Hello and welcome to EV Ireland. Today in Meet the Owners we're going to talk to Aodán and his Hyundai Ioniq. Hey Aodán.
Hey Graham, how are you?
Good, thanks. So my first question for you will be, why did you buy an electric vehicle?
I've been looking at them for probably about 4 years at this stage and trying to, the efficiency of them. I like the style, like everything about them, but the cleaner aspect of them as well. And I had a diesel for the last couple of years. For the last 10 years I've had diesels, and was conscious of trying to reduce my impact to some extent, but also wanted a cool car.
So this is your first EV?
Yep.
And you just got it?
I just got it just about a month ago at this stage. So I switched from my diesel car. It was the last while I hadn't been doing huge mileage anyway, but I was very happy with the car. I loved what I had. A diesel Renault Laguna, high spec, very comfortable. But I was determined to make the switch to an electric car, and I just decided to go for it last month.
Yeah. So you said you had a Laguna diesel one. How do you compare those two cars together?
Driving point of view, this is a very easy day. It's effectively automatic, very straightforward, just goes, no worried about gears or anything out of manuals up to this. But very nice, comfortable car to drive. There's little quirky things different between the diesel and this, but overall very happy with it.
Yeah, cool. Now, this one, what's the battery size on this?
28 kilowatt battery in this.
Yes. Okay. So how many kilometers do you do on?
It shows up at about 252 or 3 on a full charge at present. I haven't tried to do that full amount so far. Probably the highest was about 220 kilometers on a single one that I've done. So I haven't let it go to fully empty yet, but very happy with that. I haven't had range anxiety so far.
That's good. Well, it's already a good distance. The Ioniq is known for being very efficient. That's we can see, because over 200 kilometers with a car with just 28 kilowatt hours battery. It's quite remarkable. What's the longest journey you've done so far? Is it this one?
This probably is it, though this was in phases. So
Tell us what you did.
From yesterday I did from Aodán to Limerick. The first one used about 62%. Recharged at the fast charger in Limerick. Then to Killarney last night, was only down to 50%. Topped it up at the fast charger there, and then to Cork this morning, and I have enough to get me a good bit of the way home, hopefully too.
So back to Athlone?
I'll go back to Athlone. I might go up by Cashel and then up to Roscrea from there, cross country, and see. But I might stop at Cashel and give that a try, just Ionity, just to see how it works. Try it out, and that should get me home to Athlone then.
Very good. Do you have the Mango
app, and the card arrived in the post this week also. So
that's great.
I'm well set up. I've used the fast chargers, the USB ones now 3 times altogether. Currently waiting for my home charger to be installed. Actually got word from the electrician this morning that he's going to come tomorrow to do it. So I've been using my granny cable so far, but very happy with it overall. Yeah.
Very good. Talking about the charge point that you have at home, what sort of charge point is it, and how much do you pay for it?
I've bought a Zappi, the new model Zappi with a tethered cable on it from Electric Autos in Kildare, and just 880 I think, including delivery. And I'm not sure yet what the electrician is going to charge for that, but I have been approved for the SEAI grant as well.
Okay.
When I bought the car just last month, so hopefully we'll get 600 back on that too.
And you have a driveway, a home and a driveway, so you can. It's an easy enough installation, right?
It's easy enough, and the house had been rewired about 2 years ago, and I made sure to leave provision for an electric charger at that point, so it's good to go. Hopefully, just a matter of getting it wired in now.
Okay, so you've used a few times the public infrastructure already. What would be, regarding your home charger, what would you be your charging pattern?
I expect that I'll be able to charge at home pretty much most of the time.
Yeah.
It's just for long trips like this one to Cork or Kerry. Or last weekend I went to Mayo and just topped up there as well. But for most day-to-day, I did a trial test trip to the office this week and was able to do my full commute at home on a single charge.
Yeah.
So most of it I expect will be at home at night rate electricity. And for short journeys during the week, then not even have to recharge it, maybe once or twice a week. And then for long journeys like this, just use the infrastructure when I need to. But I'm quite happy to pay, a reasonable fee for it, as well as the peace of mind of being able to access the infrastructure when you need it is worth, the convenience, the cost associated with that. But it still makes it very efficient, cheaper than diesel or petrol to run, and more comfortable because you've kind of got an automatic brake built in for long journeys where I'd be stopping anyway.
Exactly.
And I suppose with the Ioniq, one of the things I was looking at was the efficiency of it, the fact that it can charge at 50 kilowatt on the CCS compared to the Leaf, which is more limited with the charging unit that has, or a Zoe, which up to this was only on AC. So kind of the Ioniq for me had the perfect combination of spec, of range, of battery, and at the right price point for a used 3-year-old one. Just was the best option for me.
And you still have warranty on this car, manufacturer warranty, right?
Yeah, so this has had a 5-year manufacturer warranty. It's 3.5 years old now, so I still have 1.5 years off that, which was another reassurance as well.
Yeah, very good. So back to your charging pattern, etc. You seem to be driving quite a lot. How many kilometers do you do every year, at least with the previous car?
Yeah, previous cars was probably averaging about 20,000 kilometers a year. Though a lot of that would have been I was working in Dublin during the week and go home at weekends, so there would have been a lot of motorway journeys in it, rather than a lot of shorter journeys, maybe just at weekends. So I reckon I can still do a lot of it on a home charger, sort of the mixture of longer journeys and shorter ones, and then occasional weekend trips like this to different parts of the country.
Yeah, that's good. Now, about your car, what's the favorite feature you'd say?
I really like the adaptive cruise control. Actually, I've always been a fan of having cruise control, especially for sticking to speed zones and motorways and that. But with the adaptive one, at least I don't have to worry if the car head is slowing down or coming into a traffic, that it sort of automatically does that. So the safety features, I think, was one of the big winners for the Ioniq compared to a Zoe or a Leaf for similar money, or they might have even been cheaper, but just the extra reassurance of having some of those features.
Yeah. Anything you don't like or you miss compared to your previous car?
The one thing I probably miss is the leather seats. Actually, the Laguna had that, and also the keyless entry where you could walk away from the Laguna and it would lock itself. I've walked away from the Ioniq a couple of times, forgot to lock it. So it's just to get into a habit of remembering to do that.
Yeah.
When you come up close to it, you just have to press the button to open it or to close it again. So it's not a big deal, but I just was in the habit of walking away from the Laguna and it locked itself. So that's just more a concern, safety concern for myself.
It's good to know those little differences. Yeah. When you change brands, you have to readapt to some features.
Exactly. But it's the novelty of getting used to these extra features as well. So
anything hard to get used to when you went from diesel to this very car?
Yeah, I suppose like the difference with the diesel was I could get 1,000 kilometers in the tank, didn't have to think about where I might fill up or whatever. But I kind of like that bit of challenge.
Yeah,
and it adds a bit of excitement to it as well, to get to know towns and cities, to find out where these chargers are.
Exactly.
But I really like the fact that it's something different, that I know it's okay. I'm 6, 7, 8 years behind other people like yourself, maybe switching to electric. But just being able to show people that it can be a very normal car, it can do all the normal things, and still be electric and be fun to drive.
Yeah. Would you ever go back to ICE? It's a bit difficult to answer that question possibly right now, but
no. When I moved electric, it was with the intention that this was going to be the way forward rather than moving back. I don't envisage having to move back to ICE at this stage.
It was a long educated guess. Not guess, like
absolutely. It was a long time coming. I'd done lots of research on the different models, different aspects. I'm probably glad I didn't switch 2 or 3 years ago. I think now this stage I was fully ready. I'd done all the homework on it, and that I'm in a position that I won't need to go back.
Yeah. Do you have a message for anyone considering an EV? Maybe conversation you've had with your family or friends or colleagues?
The best thing actually is to talk to someone who already owns one, and to just learn the quirks, the stuff that you can't read in a brochure or you won't see online. It's very easy to get lost in the figures and the marketing behind them. Actually talk to someone who owns, and each of the different brands as well, because there is one to suit everyone really, and to suit every budget. Once you know what you're buying, don't go out there naively buying something expecting it to do what it says in the brochure. Actually talk to the people who have them.
Yeah. Maybe a good idea is to tell people to come to the Cars and Coffees, that there's a few organized here and there in the country, and you can meet people from everywhere in the country that owns all sort of EVs, so that's good.
Absolutely, and this is my first one to come to as an EV owner. I was to 1 or 2 previously when I was interested, and get to see all the different cars lined up side by side, even just to see physically what they look like, and talk to people who own them and get their experiences of the realistic range that you can get, or how quick they are to charge, or how comfortable they are. There's no substitute kind of for talking to people, and also for taking a test drive, get 24 hours in a couple of different models as well. Yes. I did that with a Zoe previously and with a Leaf, and really enjoyed both of them. But ultimately then when it came to buying one, I knew I wanted to get one, but it's just to fit which one suited then. So
yeah, exactly. Yeah, some dealers offer longer test drives, but also Go-Car in Dublin.
As it happened, both the Zoe and the Leaf. The Leaf definitely was a Go-Car. The Zoe actually was from a dealer. But with Go-Car, yeah, I drove the BMW i3 on a Go-Car. I drove the Zoe also on Go-Car. So in Dublin, it's good if you're in Dublin for a couple of hours to try them out, especially in the city. I just go out for a few miles some evening for a couple of hours.
Yeah.
Any opportunity you can get to try one is well worth it.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah. Anything you would like to say to someone looking particularly into the Hyundai Ioniq?
Yeah, I think for me it ticks a lot of boxes. It has a good combination of spec, of range, of sort of the battery and charging infrastructure associated with it, and comfort and good value. That it covers a lot of bases. Might not be the most exciting car. I was limited by range of colours. Obviously buying second hand, I didn't have that option available. But overall, for me, it was a good fit, and well worth looking into.
Yeah, yeah. The Hyundai Ioniq is particularly efficient, and you can actually see our review of the Ioniq just down there. Have a look at that as well. Great. Thanks a lot for spending the time with us. It was lovely to
Thank you very much, and for all the guidance and assistance from EVTV and from yourself and other owners over the last couple of years. Helped me to get to this point.
Glad we did. All right.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot. Thanks guys for watching, and we'll see you very soon. Bye.